Dennis coverage continues right here on the Weather Channel.
And good afternoon, everybody. We continue to watch Dennis move north of Gulf Breeze, Florida. That's the good news. The worst is over and through here, but that doesn't mean a lot of people aren't wondering how their houses have fared. We'll talk to one woman and see what she thinks in just a moment.
And the worst of Dennis has come through. How have we fared here in Destin, Florida? Meteorologist Mike Bettis, I'll let you know in a live report.
And we are in storm alert mode tonight as Hurricane Dennis continues to move on land.
And evacuations have been ordered along the Gulf Coast, but some people chose to stay put. Hurricane Dennis is a strong Category 2 hurricane. As you can see, we're still dealing with some gusty winds, especially across the Gulf Coast. And this, of course, being a history-making hurricane, one to be reckoned with.
Let's take a look at the radar right now. The center of circulation continues to move in the extreme northwestern part of the panhandle of Florida, almost into lower Alabama at this time. And again, we still have the risk of tornadoes. Escambia County in Florida, Santa Rosa County in Florida, and Escambia County in Alabama, all under tornado warnings at this time. Strong gusty winds, even to tropical storm force, still battering the Florida coast, and that continues to bring a lot of rain, not only in Florida, but much of the southeast.
And our live crews are spread out across the Gulf Coast. Mike Bettis has been standing by in Destin, and Jim Cantori is joining us from Gulf Breeze, Florida. And Jim, same area last year got hit by Hurricane Ivan, and now we're not seeing too many happy people as Dennis has come through.
No, and of course, you know, most of these people have been asked to evacuate. So, you know, now, okay, Dennis has come through. It doesn't look that bad, but what happened to my house? And that's the big question. Let's talk to Booth Tower. She's a physical therapist here at the Gulf Breeze Hospital, and she was nice enough to talk to us. Now, you went through Ivan. A good part of your house was destroyed, and you got that replaced just 4 months ago. Right. Now, when you saw Dennis go to a Cat 4, what went through your mind?
I was terrified. I was absolutely just, the anxiety level was so high. We had just been back in our house. It had to be totally gutted, new roof. The outside hadn't even been done yet, and it was just like, oh no, and this one's going to completely wipe us out. But we loaded up 80 sandbags. We battened down, all the furniture was raised up. We have, you know, wood across every window. So I'm feeling a pretty good peace right now. I'm thinking that we got blessed this time, and it maybe went just a little bit east of us before it came on. So I'm looking forward to a positive outcome, but at least so far this didn't turn out to be, you know, it's very good for us here at the hospital, that's for sure.
So, Booth, while you're talking to us, we're actually showing people pictures of some of the damage and some of the action that went on when this western eye wall came ashore here in Gulf Breeze. But, you know, do you have any idea when you're going to be able to get back and see what your house looks like right now?
I'm probably going to be going home in the next hour. If they'll let me out, I'm going to go check it out.
Well, I was going to say, I hope you weren't waiting on me. That was really
absolutely
sweet.
Not. Absolutely not. No, I've got a couple more patients to see, but I wanted to come down here and get your autograph, so for a friend, and anyway, so yeah, I'll be checking it out pretty soon, but I'm not too scared. I'm gonna have to be honest, I'm not too scared. Maybe I'm overly optimistic, but I feel good this time.
Well, we hope we see that same smile when you go see your house. That's for sure.
Thank you so much.
Good luck with it, all right?
Thanks for coming. Thanks for sharing us.
Absolutely. Thank you, Booth. All right, folks, again, people waiting and wondering what's going to happen to their houses. Curfew tonight, 8 p.m. to 6 a.m. tomorrow morning. There is some major structural damage to roofs and even some boats to overturn at the marina just up the road. As we find out more, we'll pass it along to you. Let's go east. Mike Bettis, you were on the eastern side of this thing. What'd you deal with, bud?
We actually came through this in pretty good shape, Jim. And don't go anywhere, Jim. I may come over to Gulf Breeze and get one of those interviews myself, buddy. So stand tight. Let's talk about what's happened here. Jim's a popular guy. You know, when there's a hurricane, he's there. Let's talk about what's happened here in Destin. We've come through this hurricane in very good shape. You know, we were a little worried earlier today when we were down on the beach. We were getting big waves, and beach erosion was going to be a big concern. We haven't made it down to the beach to see exactly what the damage is there. But a little farther inland, we're about a mile inland, we've actually come through the hurricane in very good shape. Let's kind of give you a little bit of a feel for what happened when this hurricane came through and what it's done. We had a few areas where you got a broken window or two, you got some awnings that have been ripped apart, some fencing that's been down, a few street signs and a couple of trees that have been down. All in all, relatively minor, considering this hurricane was a Category 4 just offshore, and it made everybody very, very nervous, including us. And where we're located right here in Destin Commons, which is basically it's a kind of a town/mall area. No, we're looking pretty good. There's a little bit of debris in the streets. Some of the awnings and some of the shops and some of the signs have been torn up a little bit. But all in all, Jennifer, giving a thumbs up here to Destin. We're looking really good. We'll make our way down to the beach a little bit later. I know a lot of tourists come down to the beaches. We'll give you an update on how the beach looks coming up in a couple hours.
All right, thanks so much, Mike. And now we're continuing to feel the impacts of the hurricane as it moves across the Gulf or through the southern half of the southeast. And again, we have storm shelters opened in Mississippi. They're filled with evacuees. Curfews have been ordered for Jackson and Harrison counties. 170,000 people in Mississippi are under evacuation orders. Now, for the latest on the storm that again has moved inland, let's go over to Paul.
Looking at the radar right now, you can see the center of circulation continue to move closer towards Alabama at this time. But look at the widespread expanse of that rain. It continues all across this region. What you don't see is heavy rain offshore. In fact, if you look at the visible satellite picture, we can show you that, again, the rain is starting to give way to perhaps even some sunshine as we head over the next several hours. Winds sustained right now in Destin, 56 miles an hour. Jennifer?
Our coverage of the hurricane will continue as it moves into the southeast. Dennis certainly has been battering the Florida Panhandle and across the Gulf Coast states. We will continue to bring more live reports from our meteorologists out in the field.